You've probably seen them at parties, quiet, observant, and a little distant. They're not rude. They just don't care about fitting in. And here's the truth. Sometimes the smartest people in the room are the ones who say the least. Why? Because they see through it. The noise, the pretending, the exhausting chase for attention. In a world obsessed with being seen, some choose to disappear, into thought, into silence, into self. But this isn't loneliness. This is wisdom. And one man, centuries ago, predicted it all. His name was Arthur Schopenhauer. Today, we're going to explore why intelligent people often choose solitude over social life, and what that means for you. He walks into a crowded room and immediately looks for a quiet corner. Not because he's scared, but because he sees no point in the noise. We often mistake silence for weakness. But what if silence is a sign of strength? Smart people, especially those who think deeply, often don't engage in the usual back and forth. They listen more than they speak. Not out of shyness, but discernment. They're not trying to impress. They're trying to understand. And sometimes what they find in the crowd is emptiness, recycled conversations, surface-level interests, the pressure to perform. So they pull back, not because they hate people, but because they value something else more. Peace, clarity, substance. And that's where it begins. Most people fear being alone. But solitude isn't the same as loneliness. Loneliness is a feeling of lack. Solitude is a state of fullness. In solitude, intelligent minds find space to breathe, to reflect, to think. When you're alone by choice, it becomes a kind of power. You're no longer chasing approval. You're exploring your own mind. Schopenhauer once said, "A man can be himself only so long as he is alone. Because in company, we wear masks. We adjust. We compromise. But in solitude, we face ourselves." And for a deep thinker, that's not scary. That's necessary. Schopenhauer didn't hide his views on people. He believed that the masses are often driven by petty desires, gossip, status, approval. He wrote, "The more unintelligent a man is, the less mysterious existence seems to him." This isn't arrogance. It's perspective. Deep thinkers often feel alienated because the world seems too loud, too fast, too shallow. When everyone is rushing to be seen, they step back and ask, what's the point? Schopenhauer believed that those who seek truth will always feel distant from those who seek pleasure. And that distance, that's where solitude begins. While most people need external stimulation, smart people are often stimulated internally. Their minds are alive with questions, theories, ideas. Give them a book, a blank page, or a walk in nature, and they'll find more joy than at most parties. Schopenhauer believed that an intelligent person's inner life is so rich, they simply don't rely on others for meaning. That doesn't mean they don't enjoy company. It means they don't need it to feel alive. Smart people crave depth. Small talk, weather, trends, gossip, feels like eating air. It fills time, but not the soul. They long for real questions. What drives you? What scares you? Where are you hiding from? But in a world that avoids discomfort, these questions rarely come up. So they stay quiet. Not because they have nothing to say, but because no one's asking the right questions. There's a myth that if someone avoids social scenes, they must be cold, arrogant, or broken. But that's not true. They may be kind, loving, deeply empathetic, but they choose their energy carefully. They know that not every room deserves their presence. And that's not antisocial. That's intentional. Modern life teaches us that being popular equals being valuable. Followers, likes, attention. But smart people often see through this. They understand that true belonging isn't about being included. It's about being understood. And when you think differently, you rarely feel understood by the crowd. So they stop trying. And in doing so, they find a kind of freedom most people never touch. Smart people understand one thing deeply. Time is precious, and so is emotional energy. They don't want to spend hours in meaningless talk or forced social obligations. They want to create, learn, explore. They're not rejecting people. They're choosing purpose. And sometimes that means walking alone. But when they do connect, it's powerful. a real conversation, a kindred spirit, a deep mutual understanding. They don't need 100 friends. They need one real one. Smart people value authenticity, and when they find it, they cherish it because it's rare and worth the wait. Eventually, they stop apologizing for being different. They stop trying to fit in. They realize that being an outlier isn't a flaw, it's a path. Schopenhauer believed that the wise person lives from the inside out. And once you embrace that truth, the crowd no longer matters. Because you're no longer looking for the world to complete you. You're finally complete on your own. So if you've ever felt like the odd one out, the one who prefers silence over noise, books over parties, depth over popularity, you're not broken. You're not cold. You're just awake. And that's rare. Schopenhauer would say, protect that inner world. Nurture it. Because in a loud, shallow world, the quiet mind is a treasure. You don't need to be understood by everyone. You need to understand yourself. And maybe that's where the real power lies.